Hey y'all, this is Allison hanging out in my space to craft, and I'm ready to do my butterfly page. I have a whole bunch of ephemera that I've pulled, including these little bits. Some are just from a leaf die that I made. Some are from Cider and Donuts, Simple Stories. So I'm going to set that to the side. And I have these alphas if I decide I want to use them. Enamel dots from Pink and Maine, 2 photos. And then for papers, I have some cut aparts. I like the fall vibes, or Grateful, Thankful, Blessed. This was on Thanksgiving Day. So, I may use one of these for the title and not do a separate title. I have this beautiful floral. I have this small scale floral. And I have pumpkins. Let's see. I thought I had a plaid. Where's my plaid? Oh, my plaid is on this side. So I really love this plaid, but if I want to use these, that's not going to work. So I might sacrifice these. I don't know. That hurts my heart a little bit. Let's start by cutting off the branding strip. Let's see how we feel about it. I could use a big chunk of it and still get that or that off, but probably not both. You know what? I think I'm going to attempt to do that because I really do. So Shamel did one earlier this last week, maybe, where she had a big piece of torn paper. Maybe I'll do something like that. I really liked the idea of doing, I didn't do that very well, something like that, but then with a frame. All right, well, after much consternation, I decided to use the fall vibes as my title and preserve that, and then tear the square that was left. So I'm just cutting out this square, and it's about 8. Let's see, those are 3 by 4, so 8 by 6, maybe. Now, when I tore this, I shouldn't have started where I started. I really wanted a more gentle, well, the angle of the slope is not bad, but it's much more narrow than I wanted. I really wanted it wider. I'm not happy with that. So I'm going to end up doing another tear. So I'm going to use up some of these cut aparts to frame, to mat the photos. So I make pretty good use of the cut aparts that are left. I just wish I had torn that sheet. I don't know, in my head, I think I was trying to preserve another cut apart, but I didn't need to, and it's just too narrow there. I wish it was about 2 inches wider, but that's okay. It works out fine. Is it perfect? Is it exactly what I would do again? No, but it's done. and I make it work. So now I'm going to take, I want to get the same angle here, and again I make it a little too narrow, so I should have cut and made it probably 4 inches wide, but I only get about an inch showing, but again, it's okay. So I'm going to show a little bit of that. Again, that could have been another inch or 2 wide, but it works out. So do as I say, not as I do, if you would like to replicate this. Also, Chamel had one, and I think hers was about an 8 by 8 square that she used. It seemed bigger. And then her layout on the bottom was a little different, and she only used 1 torn layer, not 2 torn layers. So I modified it a bit, but same sort of concept. So now in this layout, I'm ending up covering most of the tear, the torn paper, and I really like the torn paper, and especially that floral, so I don't want to ruin it. I'm thinking I might do fussy cut that big floral out, but it's really too big. And I had this floral that looks pretty, but it just doesn't match the feel of the other papers. I really like this swap floral that I got. I may end up putting it on a card. I really do like it. I wasn't able to make it work on this page because the other things that I really wanted to include on this page that were more fall-like these little leaves that I made. So I'm going to do a little cluster of 3 leaves there. And I had that big old flower that I thought I might fussy cut out, but I end up not. So I'm just going to start by doing a little pile of leaves. And I just didn't love those leaves with that floral. And I had that other cut apart that I thought about adding. I don't know that I need to make a lot of journaling on here. This is my daughter's album. I know she's not going to write that much, but I did want to at least be able to include the date, or that it was Thanksgiving Day when this picture was taken in my mom's garden. So I had these little banner pieces off the ephemera sheet that I have. This is how I store all my random pieces of ephemeras in these binders, and this is from my seasonal binder. I have florals, and then at the back of florals I have seasonal. So I made an extra little banner, a little bit larger than the others, so that I could stack those up and pull in that plaid again. And I'm happy with that. And I'm just looking for pieces. So I have 4 binders like this. You can go back and look at how I organize them. I have videos under my organizing playlist if you would like to see those. They're pretty handy. And for this one, I had most of this collection's ephemera on this sheet. And so I just pulled out that sheet and included it in my page kit. And I'll just pop it back in the binder when I'm done. So I'm liking that a little bit better. I'm trying to make sure I can still see some of the banners and fit those a couple little leaves in that I had made. And now we're going to stack these photos and cut aparts, trying to make sure you can still see some of the torn paper. And I had this one cute little piece of ephemera that I really liked with a butterfly on it. And then we're going to I realize I probably should stick down my little collection of papers here. And I am trying to ink everything as I go. I'm using Vintage Photo for the ink. I'm making some cute clusters. And then I decide it's still looking a little blank. It could use a little more, and I want to pull in some of those florals from that floral paper that I tore. And I don't have any flowers on here yet. And I've got a butterfly and no flowers. Doesn't make a lot of sense. And I'm still looking for something to add a date or write Thanksgiving Day or something like that on. So my daughter went back to college today. I just got notice that she's arrived. She postponed a day because she had flu. So she's been pretty sick for several days. Went to the doctor. There was nothing they could really do. So we just gave her cough medicine and acetaminophen to sort of get her through. So here I'm going to just go off and fussy cut. I'm not going to make you watch, but I fussy cut some of those flowers, a couple of larger ones and then a couple of tiny ones. And I'm just going to add those to my leaf clusters. And I think that finishes it off nicely, brings in some other colors. And it feels much more complete to me. And here I'm going to take a little piece of paper. I probably won't use that cut apart for the cut apart. I'll probably just cut out those pumpkins to use on another page sometime. And so I just made another little banner to add there at the bottom. Move some things around. It's a little acorn that I detailed cut out. And now I'm going to add some little clusters of enamel dots. So that's where I can write the date or Thanksgiving Day on there. And I'm doing 3 little clusters in colors that coordinate, and I'm really happy with it. So please give this video a thumbs up. If you're going to do it, I would make your square a little bit bigger. It was a fun layout to build this big cluster. I added some gold spritz there at the end, and we're good to go. Come on back to my Space to Craft. Subscribe to my channel if you are not already, so that you can get notified when I have new videos to post. Thanks a lot, y'all.